Good morning. Today is Tuesday, December 7th, 2021, and it's Vlogmas Day number 6 video. However, it's actually Vlogmas Day number 7. So I know I keep saying I'm going to catch up, but there's really so much going on that I just haven't been able to. So, we're taking it day by day right now. I know that probably if you're a classroom teacher, you understand what I'm talking about. One day at a time. However, today I have my Board of Education presentation this evening, and once that is over with, there will be a lot of mental energy that will be freed up, and I think I will be less distracted and more able to focus on some of the other things that I need to do. So this video today is all about how to catch up when you've gotten behind, either at school or at home, with your classroom clutter, your home clutter, projects that you need to do that involve cleaning and organizing. And I'm following the power of 5 minutes model, which you can see a lot of other videos that vloggers have done on here, and I will link some of them down below in the description if you want to try looking for some other people that have also done vlogs on this. But basically the concept is that when you are overwhelmed and stressed because things have just gotten cluttered in your home or in your work environment, the best thing you can do is attack something 5 minutes at a time. If you have a lot of messes going on in your house, for example, in lots of different rooms, you can start in the room that's bothering you the most, do something that's standing out as an eyesore to yourself for 5 minutes, and then stop and move on to something in another room. That kind of resets your brain and makes it so that it's not so difficult mentally and emotionally, because stuff that is out of order really drains you emotionally, and it drains your mental energy. So moving from one room to another sort of resets you and makes you feel not as aggravated. I don't know about you, but if I get to working on a project, and I'm such a perfectionist, if I get started and it's a big mess, I will just work and work and work and work, and I just feel more and more overwhelmed the longer I work in one area. But if I stop after a few minutes and move to another room and start fresh, and I can see progress in every place, then I have this sense of relief, and then I can keep going as the week goes on and get myself back together. So I'm just going to show you a couple of examples of the power of 5 minutes that I have used today in my home and in my classroom, and hopefully this will help you. I'll just give you a few tips that I like to use, because I tend to get in this place where I'm so busy that things pile up, and then I have to backtrack and dig out.
So this is me this morning. Before I left for my school day, I decided I was going to take care of the laundry that was laying around in different areas of my personal space. So I actually had some laundry that was in the bathroom where I had just been so busy. I just been throwing a pile in the corner, and there was some on the floor next to my bed that I had that was clean that I had to address. And then there was also a suitcase that was mostly unpacked, but there were a few items that I wasn't sure where I was going to put them, so that was in the corner open, and another pile in another room that I was going through to determine whether I needed to thrift any of it. So I decided this was really driving me crazy, all this laundry everywhere. So the first thing I did was bring all of it into my bedroom, and then I decided that I was going to fold my laundry, because just having it in all of these baskets or piles all over the place was driving me nuts. So I might not have time to put it away this morning, but in 5 minutes I could fold it, and also I could go through one of my extra bags from my trip. So that's what I did. So tip number 1 is identify something that's really bothering you. It's an eyesore to you. You know this because whenever you come home and you're supposed to be able to rest, it's the first thing that your eye goes to, and it just makes you feel tired and annoyed. Once you identify what that thing is, just decide what is a chunk that you can get done in 5 minutes. You can even set an actual timer for yourself. I had my husband set his cell phone timer this morning so that I wouldn't work on this for too long and be late to work. but I just got all of my things together in one spot, and I just sat there and started folding. And then when I come home today, it will be easier for me to put these things away because everything's folded and I have the little pile there separated of what I need to hang. So it looks like a lot less work. Not only did this free up mental energy and emotional energy, but it freed up a basket. So I was able to put the dirties into that basket, and I slid them into the laundry room and started a load. So this evening I can just change that out, do another load, and I'll just need to put away the things that are clean, and that part of my mess will be done. Fast forward to my morning at school. I have been staring at this counter in the side of my classroom for so long, and every time I look at it, it's just so overwhelming to me. So I decided this would be where I would start today with my 5-minute cleanup. I didn't know how far I was going to get, but mainly I started off with throwing away the trash. So bring your trash can close to you. That's my recommendation for the next tip. That way you can just throw away any items that you know you're not going to need, and you'll be amazed at how much better it looks after all the trash is thrown away. The next thing I did was I started to group similar things together because some of these things don't belong over here. We had used them for experiments, and I just needed to move them over to the area where they actually go. So I started grouping things. I started placing things in the sinks that I knew were going to need to be washed. I stacked all my trays together, and just in general started to make a simple organization system so that I would have more space on my countertop. My eventual goal is to have enough space on this countertop that I can wipe it down, because as soon as I clear some clutter on this countertop and wipe the surfaces off, I know that I'm going to feel so much better. So I pulled some things over to the other table so that I could clean them. Actually, I showed another video, and I'll link it here, but I showed another video of cleaning out my classroom last year in the wintertime, and I basically pulled everything out of my closet and moved it all over to my tables so that I could organize it on the table. Sometimes just getting the mess away from the area that it has been sitting gives you a fresh perspective and helps you jumpstart your cleaning. I don't know what it is, but when you've been looking at something for so long in the same place and you're just depressed about how much work it's going to be, just moving it to another area and getting a cleaned off surface is a huge relief. So that would be something I would recommend if you have a big mess. Although I didn't actually use that tactic this morning. I could have taken all of these things off the counter, clean the countertops, and then organize them on my tables. So that's another tip. And look at how much better it looked in just 5 minutes. Obviously, I still have work to do, but I feel so much more accomplished now that I've spent that little bit of time in my classroom, and it really paid off. Just remember, it is a busy time of year, and it's normal for things to get kind of cluttered and out of place, but in only 5 minutes, you can feel so much fresher about things. And if you really get underneath a big, huge pile,
Just work for like 15 or 20 minutes, 5 minutes in each area in your house, and then give yourself something as a reward. So for example, when I need a reward, I'll stop and watch a quick show, or I will work on a crafting item. I'm making some things for Christmas and I really enjoy that. And I enjoy decorating my house. So when I need a break after like I've done 5 minutes in 4 different places in my house, I'll sit down and I'll do one of those things for a few minutes, maybe 15, 20 minutes, and then I'll get back to work. That's what you can do if you have a lot to do in a short amount of time and you're getting ready to have some company. Just make sure that you give yourself some breaks and some rewards, and it'll go quicker than you think it's going to. After a few days of doing this, you will have everything under control, and there's kind of a snowball effect where once you get started, you feel like doing more. So usually with me, if I just get the process moving, then I get a lot more. That's it for this video. I hope that you got a few tips that will help you in digging out in 5 minutes at a time during the holiday season. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Everybody, check back in with me later on for Vlogmas Day number 7. I'm going to be showing you the decorations on my Christmas tree and the meanings behind them. Have a great day.